Hi Aries, welcome to Creative Intuition Tarot. My name is MJ. Let's look into your December energy, see what's up with you in the last month of 2021. This is for Aries, December 2021. Let's see what's up with you. The first card opens up the reading, the Death card. I think you are the fourth sign or third sign that has the Death card. In their spread, it's showing up in the center, so it represents you, your main energy. You are transforming with the Death card, a beautiful transformation into something that was meant for you, that was written for you in the stars, in the shape or form that was meant for you. That's also consistent with the messages for other signs and collective, because starting with November, I was talking about us being shaped and formed into the shape and form that we were meant to take at this time, that will stay with us for quite some time, or even till the rest of our life, like the core of this form. So it makes perfect sense when you are also transforming into what was meant for you. You are becoming what you were meant to be in the first place. Knight of Swords, pursuing the truth, demanding truth, clarity, conversation, communication, confrontation. Three of Wands. Six of Wands. Nine of Swords. I'm looking at the cards to see which is the first one that wants to speak up. I think the Knight of Swords, because it's the Court card, and I feel that it, along with the Death card, primarily represents you. That you really demand, or you have already demanded, it may be an energy of the recent past, demanded truth, clarity from someone or from yourself in your life in general. Some kind of confrontation, communication, could have been a little aggressive or at least very quick, because this is the fastest moving knight in the tarot deck. And he may be sometimes a little aggressive. I feel that some kind of an anger could have been driving you with the way, I'm sorry, it's not focusing well, but his face, he's like showing his teeth. He seems kind of angry, rushing towards like an opponent. Okay. So that's why I think you came to a place where you were really tired of lack of the truth or clarity, and you demanded it. Can be in any area of your life. Now with the Nine of Swords in this deck, this is the Little Prince Tarot. Nine of Swords card shows the drinking man, right? So Nine of Swords being the card of fear and anxiety, he was drinking to forget, right? Forget that I drink. I don't remember exactly, but it was like a never-ending circle of his toxic thought process. He was not able to free himself from that circle of toxic thinking. So he was drinking to forget that he drinks, and something like this, right? And the little prince had problems to understand it, because let's remember, he was a child and he was looking at the world through different lenses. But anyway, this is lack of clarity within our mind space, and it's not only, but it can be for some that there was some kind of indulgence into substances, including alcohol, something that makes our mind foggy, cloudy, unclear. But it doesn't have to be. It's just symbolizing the lack of clarity within our mind space, where our fears are creating bad visions that we try to run away from, that we are afraid of, and the only thing that we are able to think of are those bad visions. There's lack of self-belief, lack of self-worth. He was not able to look at himself, look into his face. He was finding himself disgusting, right? And with the Knight of Swords rushing in, I feel there's really, there was, like, you realized it already. For some of you, it may be coming to a peak in December, that it's time to cut this off. And it may actually be your energy. It may be someone that you are rushing in to help, someone, maybe someone in your environment. And again, I'm not saying that someone is overusing, abusing alcohol or any other substances, but it can be for some. And the time is coming for that symbolic death. Like this person is almost, let's just stick to that example of the drinking man. It's almost as if he's reaching the bottom, and he can either, well, stay there and die, right? Or he can push himself from the bottom to get to the surface again. And that is happening with the death card. It's time for that old to go. It's time for a symbolic death that allows for a very deep release and relief. This death is very healing because it's about the death of the old mindset, old mind space, the one that is unclear, that is holding you stuck in captivity, that is creating threats, and moving on to a peaceful place. There's a lot of work ahead of you to gain that clarity, or ahead of that person that you may be helping. But I primarily think it's you and your mind space. There's a lot of work, a lot of diligent work with the Three of Wands that you will need to take care of your mind space like you would take care of the garden. So it needs to be taken care of. You need to take the weeds out. And the little prince said in the book that it's a very tedious, is that the right word? Responsibility. He said that you have to force yourself every day to weed out the planet from those bad seeds. But he said that it's worth it. And that's what's ahead of you. This healing process, or this process of gaining clarity, this transformation of your mind space primarily, but it will impact your life on every level, mind, body, soul, but primarily your mind space. It will require mundane work, everyday work, to unweed your little planet, to unweed your mind space, to be careful and aware and alert, to recognize, to see all those plants that are growing in your mind, and to be able to recognize which are the bad weeds, which are the good ones that can turn into a rose, right? That happened to the little prince. So very mundane and very diligent and patient work that sometimes require forcing yourself to do so. So there's a lot of work within your mind space, but I feel you are really determined, like you have had enough. You really feel that you have reached the bottom when it comes to those threats, let's just call them in general, that your mind is still capable of creating. Now with the Six of Wands, this is a card of victory, right? The pilot in the Little Prince, he was spending days in the desert trying to repair his plane, and there's success. So there is success ahead of you, but there are many days of trying, and also days where you will not be successful, that will challenge you to try things, to do them in a different way, to try other tools, to be creative, to find solutions. But you will eventually repair your plane, and you will be able to fly, to spread your wings. That is also a metaphor, and spreading wings will mean something else for everyone. It may be about physically moving, it may be about moving away from your little planet and expanding your horizons to a bigger one. A little planet representing your mind space that you are taking care of, right? So, but you are the one repairing your plane, and success is ahead of you. But you need to be, again, persistent, patient, and sometimes you may need to force yourself to that daily diligent work, but it's worth it. So I am wishing you patience and perseverance, and have a great December. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye.